Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
I need new
This
music.
is the JJO Discover New Music Podcast.
You don't know we love me. Are you tired of waiting?
Welcome to Discover New Music. Joining me, another very special guest, Daniel Oliver of Nothing More. Danny, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. I'm having a great day here in Idaho. How are you?
Idaho. Wow. Okay, that's fine. You're out there on the road, traveling around. That's good. I'm good, man. I'm excited to chat with you because I get to share some fun Nothing More history of my own. Real quick, I want to show you. Got my Nothing More shirt on.
Oh, yeah.
Vintage.
Dude, that is vintage.
Yeah, it's a nice one. So I wore that to really give me the good Nothing More vibe juju for this interview.
I love it. That is an old one.
The brand new album, Spirits. People are getting a taste with the current single, Tired of Winning. And you can hear that all over the place. Actually, the next single that's already dropped. Now, unlike most Nothing More albums, this one took a little bit longer than you guys are used to put together.
Yeah. You know, whenever you're going into writing a record, it's really, there are just so many unknowns, you know, because I don't know what are these unknown songs we're about to make, right? Like no clue. And yeah, you don't know how long it's going to take. You don't really know like what every song is just kind of its own little thing. And some of them come together really quickly, and others like they just like keep needing pieces and things worked in and out. And looking back at this record, it did take us a long time, but there are, I think, 4 songs on it or 5 songs on it surfacing that are like 5 or 6 minute song, like 5 or 6 minute long, like epics, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe that had something to do with it, you know, like the density of this round of music seemed to get a little bit heavier and I don't know, a little bit more experimental, I'd say. And I think a lot of that had to do with probably the pandemic and us kind of we weren't really forced to be apart per se, but it was kind of encouraged, you know, as far as just travel was harder and things like that. Yeah, I don't know. We've always taken a long time when it comes to writing. I hope it's twice as good though, if it took twice as long. So let's hope there's a 1-to-1 ratio at least.
The math will work out. It'll work out.
The math will work out, trust me.
6 albums in now, 6 studio albums, I should say. What can maybe fans expect? And then maybe what are some unexpecteds with this album that you're excited for fans to hear?
Like, I feel like we all upped our game a lot with this record as far as songwriting and also the self-production. That's been the big thing that has really made this band go slow, is that we don't hire producers. Like we go into a studio to track the drums, to do the drum room thing. But even that's just still us and our manager guiding the thing. Yeah, like there's a song I've always wanted to have a reason to like learn to play upright, especially with a bow. There's a song on the record, Deja Vu, where I'm playing a, real heavily affected electric upright, and hitting all the like low rhythms with a bow. It's real cool sounding, stuff like that. We just really, like, me and Mark especially kind of took our time a little more making with the soundscape aspect of, the stringed instruments, We'd always kind of get the basics first. And then Johnny's always been in charge of programming, all the extra stuff you hear.
Yep.
And this album, me and Mark kind of took it upon ourselves to go ahead and put more things like that into the album before it gets to Johnny, just with the guitar and bass. So there's a lot of noises on the record I'd like to point out to you that are bass guitar that you would have had no idea. So anytime you hear a 747 taking off or something like that, that's me.
That's you. That's you. So
that's me.
Did you learn? You said you learned to play the upright just for this out, something you wanted to do, or were you practicing?
Yeah. No, I mean, a 3-day crash course.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, Mark, I got it. Give me 3 days. It's coming. So just my right hand was just like a little plump mess for about a week. But
A new style of bass right there, just with the
New-
tight hand.
yeah, new style of bass. But so
man.
all that being said, we've always, or at least the last I guess 3 records have been 100% DIY self production, and I think this might be the last record we actually do like that.
Yeah.
I think for the next one we're talking about, or we're in talks with going in with the producer, and we've already started writing that record. So to not run into this situation again.
At least having an outside ear can keep the pressure off of you, or at least the self-loathing and deprecation that you see otherwise.
Yes, correct. The inevitable depression that it will cause, for sure. Just keep us out of the weeds and moving. Like I've historically done all the stage construction for the band, and even with this last record, I built the new device coming out. It's like a 24-foot tall kinetic sculpture made out of kick drums. It's insane. So hopefully now down the future, I can now communicate better to other people how to build things and move things a lot quicker than me working in a garage for 2.5 years.
I know you talked about where you get to play the upright bass, kind of a fun thing. Do you have a favorite track on there? Is that maybe it? Or is there one that really speaks to you? I know that might be like picking a favorite child, but there's maybe one on that album that really gets you.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're all kind of feeling the one that I think gets me the most, that maybe doesn't get the other guys the most, is a song called Valhalla. It's the next to last track. And it's definitely like an epic, that starts on acoustic with Johnny telling a story about his childhood. And then by the end, though, it's, fire and damnation raining down from the heavens. That's one of my favorites. The song I think we all like the most is like the heavy energy track, is a song called Face It. And it's got it's an interesting tune. It has kind of a Phil Collins vibe. The intro just turns into pure energy. So
I don't think in the last year of interviews I've done, actually the last 10 years of interviews I've done, have I heard it has a Phil Collins vibe intro, which I love Phil Collins. I do, but I have not heard that kind of reference into it. So I'm excited now.
Excellent. Yeah, we don't hear that reference a lot. He's a hard guy to knock off, I suppose.
Hey, this is Johnny. Discover New Nothing More, now on JJO.
Madison Solid Rock 94.1 JJO and JJO Discover New Music. Our guest is Daniel Oliver of Nothing More, talking about the band's new release, Spirits. If you've never seen Nothing More live, oh my God, it's a religious experience. It's insane. You'll be exhausted. If you're a woman, you'll be pregnant afterwards. It's amazing what you guys do. I think at this point, outside of maybe shooting Johnny out of a cannon, I don't know it's nuts, you guys. It's nuts.
That's a great idea, actually. Shoot him out of something. But I don't know. We've always really liked the extracurricular show things. We feel like, Johnny has a drumline background. So does Ben, actually. So they're kind of come from that like drumming, performance, theater art kind of stuff. So the moment we started doing things like drumline inspired drum circles on stage and like multi-man bass solos and things like that, I don't know, we just found that the crowd like understood our spirit a lot quicker. So we just kind of always kept them in the set. And as time has gone on, I feel like the live show department's always been more me, especially the construction aspect. So yeah, just like everything else, as the years have gone by, I've just learned and, at some point bought a welder, kept going and learning, and, I'd tell the guys my ideas, they'd say I'm crazy, then they'd always work. Here we are. So without any training, with just like, some ideas and the internet at my disposal and some friends to ask questions to, you can do a lot in this world. It's kind of crazy.
Tim the Tool Man Taylor of the music world, I guess is what we could say right now.
Yeah, I suppose so. I love it when bigger bands come up to me asking if I can fix something for them, Like someone from Disturbed comes up, they're like, dude, this stand broke, please. Really, everything we've done so far, we've played like a bass stand or, Johnny's drum set, or the scorpion tail. That's, all kind of instruments that we play. This next thing is more, we might play it, I'm not sure, but they're all aluminum, very light, like more, not to be like smashed kick drums that I've built. Each one has a 3-foot drumstick on it, so it can play itself.
Yeah.
And then each drum can move about 30 degrees in every direction from the drum next to it. So yeah, you have 3 drums. They can make a full like kind of 90. And then the whole assembly can like tilt and kind of spin around, and pretty rad. So next time we hang out, I'll show you a video.
I love it. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see. And again, it just adds to it. Obviously, the music alone stands on its own, but then you see it live, and it's just such a primal experience with Nothing More. I love it every single time. All right. Well, before I let you go, again, everyone, the new album, Nothing More, Spirits. If you don't get it and add it to your collection, you're a fool. And then, of course, make sure you go out and see Nothing More live because that will just change your life. I promise you. Let's do rapid fire, and then I'll get you back to what you guys got to do. No wrong answers on this. You just go with what's in your heart, and we're going to learn a little bit more about you. Actually, first, what happens to all the right arm sleeves from Mark's shirts? What do you guys do with those? Where do they go?
He says they're going into a giant quilt project. So I haven't seen it yet, but that's what they say.
Be the biggest quilt. Is it going to be like an entire stage cover? Because he's been doing that for years.
I hope so. Yeah, it's like, dude, if we got to make this a world record or something.
Oh my God! Right? All right.
Yeah, that's where those go.
I love it. Right in a quilt. All right. Chili dog or corn dog?
Corn dog.
Would you rather see Bigfoot or El Chupacabra?
Bigfoot.
Well, I'm surprised you being a Texas boy. Maybe you're scared of El Chupacabra. You know, I know that's close in Mexico there, but I guess.
Yeah, I am a little scared. Yeah. If it's real, I don't know. I might have to move.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Would you rather have to fight Mike Tyson in his prime or the entire cast of the Little Rascals with prison shanks?
Oh, geez. Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Ooh, that's a tough call. That's a tough call.
I think so. Murder by like 1,000 little hands would be horrible.
You know they're going to make those
20 little heads.
Those little shanks are going to be sharp right there, right in the ankle.
They're going to be cute little shanks. Yeah.
The most adorable death you've ever seen. Stabbed to death by the Little Rascals. But Mike Tyson's not a bad answer. All right, there you go. Thanks for humoring me on that. Danny, you are awesome, man, and congrats, guys, on the latest album, Nothing More, Spirits, and it's just fantastic. You can't wait to hear more, brother.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for the support over the years. I don't know. We have a good time every time we hang out. This interview is great. You're awesome. Can't wait to see everyone out there on the road. So
thanks, brother.
Yeah, stay tuned.
This is the JJO Discover New Music Podcast. Listen, rate, share, subscribe. Discover new music now at WJJO.com, in the JJO app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Brock has a new interview every Thursday evening between 6 and 7. 94.1 JJO.